think it's just, they like the identity of being warriors. They think they're social justice warriors, so they want a cause. So they don't bother learning, is Israel an apartheid state? Well, no, it's not. I mean, we know what an apartheid state looks like, South Africa. I mean, there was no blacks in the parliament of South Africa. There were no blacks in the judiciary. The Arabs in Israel have more rights than they do in most.
Right, but they're referring to the Palestinians who are not who are not citizens of Israel.
Okay, but it's not the same
Yeah.
thing. They throw around terms like that, colonizers. I
But
mean,
do you think this is this the flip side of the warriors on the right who just want to own the libs? Is that, I mean, is our culture now where that's what it's all about?
well, I mean, certainly those people on the right who just want to own the libs are intolerable also, but I think it's coming from a different place. I mean, this is, to me, it comes from bad parenting. That's the root of all our evil. I just keep thinking that I do, because parents just don't tell kids ever that they're not perfect, and they give them trophies for just showing up, and they treat little kids just like they're shorter adults, and that their ideas are just as valid. And they remind me of, like, medieval Europe, where a 5-year-old would ascend to the throne, and then all the courtiers would have to pretend that whatever brain fart came out of his mouth was valid and worthy of debate. That, to me, is what our children and parents are like today. And so these kids go off to school, and nobody tells them anything. And again, their professors sometimes are leading the way in the insanity.
But then when I was in college, there were still Maoists who wanted a revolutionary overthrow of the government. A friend of mine was telling me the Harvard Crimson used to write editorials in favor of Pol Pot when he took over Cambodia. So is this that different?
Very different. Yes, there was always that element. First of all, it wasn't coming from the professors. Yeah, the kids were a little crazy, because kids are always a little crazy, and the professors were not. They kept the kids in line and said, Pol Pot, could I educate you on this? These kids aren't, I don't think, even interested in learning. I saw that they walked out on Hillary Clinton. She spoke at Columbia. I guess it was getting dangerously close to learning something, maybe, if they sat and kept listening to her.